Welcome back. Welcome back. When y'all see me with these glasses on, just know your boy mean business. All right. Now today, now a big one, a big man, a big book, a big influence in my life. I ain't even gonna waste no time. Y'all know who David Goggins is, man. This is the Can't Hurt Me by the Navy SEAL, the man, the myth, the legend himself. David Goggins is gonna be the intro. Here we go. Introduction. Do you know who you really are and what you're capable of? I'm sure you think so, but just because you believe something doesn't make it true. Denial is the ultimate comfort zone. Don't worry, you aren't alone. In every town, in every country, all over the world, millions roam the streets, dead eyed as zombies, addicted to comfort, embracing a victim's mentality and unaware of their true potential. I know this because I meet and hear from them all the time, and because just like you, I used to be one of them. I had a damn good excuse to. Life dealt me a bad hand. I was born broken, grew up with beatdowns, was tormented in schools, was called N word more times than I could count. We were once poor, surviving on welfare, living in government subsidized housing, and my depression was smothering. I lived life at the bottom of the barrel, and my future forecast was bleak as AF. A very few people know how the bottom feels, but I do. It's like quicksand. It grabs you, sucks you under, and won't let you go. When life is like that, it's easy to drift and continue to make the same comfortable choices that are killing you over and over again. But the truth is, we all make habitual, self limiting choices. It's as natural as a sunset and as a fundamental as gravity. It's how our brains are wired, which is why motivation is crap. Even the best pep talk or self help hack is nothing but a temporary fix. It won't rewire your brain. It won't amplify your voice or uplift your life. Motivation changes exactly nobody. The bad hand that was my life was mine, and mine alone to fix. So I sought out pain, fell in love with suffering, and eventually transformed myself from the weakest piece of S word on the planet into the hardest man God ever created, or so I tell myself. Odds are you had a much better childhood than I did, and even now might have a damn decent life. But no matter who you are, who your parents are, or were, where you live, what you do for a living, or how much money you have, you're probably living about 40% of your true capability. Whew, damn shame. We all have the potential to be so much more. Years ago, I was invited to be on a panel at the Massachusetts Institution of Technology. I never set foot in a university lecture hall as a student. I'd barely graduated high school, yet I was at one of the most prestigious institutions in the country to discuss mental toughness, to discuss mental toughness with a handful of others. At some point in the discussion, an esteemed MIT professor said that we each have genetic limitations, hard ceilings, that there are some things we just can't do no matter how mentally tough we are. When we hit our genetic ceiling, he said, mental toughness doesn't enter into the equation. Everyone in that room seemed to accept his version of reality because this senior tenured professor was known for researching mental toughness. It was his life's work. It was also a bunch of BS. And to me, he was using science to let us all off the hook. This dude go deep, man. I love David Goggins, man. He said, I've been quiet until then because I was surrounded by all these smart people feeling stupid. But someone in the audience noticed the look on my face and asked if I agreed. And if you ask me a direct question, I won't be shy. There's something to be said for living it instead of studying it. I said, then turned toward the professor. What you said is true for most people, but not 100%. There will always be the 1% of us who are willing to put in the work to defy the odds. I went on to explain what I knew from experience, that anybody can become a totally different person and achieve what so called experts like him claim is impossible. But it takes a lot of heart, will, and an armored mind. Heraclitus, a philosopher born in the Persian Empire back in the 5th century BC, had it right when he wrote about men on the battlefield. Out of every 100 men, he wrote, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. Ah, but the one is a warrior. From the time you take your first breath, you become eligible to die. You also become eligible to find your greatness and become the one warrior. But it is up to you to equip yourself for the battle ahead. Only you can master your mind, which is what it takes to live a bold life filled with accomplishments most people consider beyond their capability. I am not a genius like those professors at MIT, but I am that one warrior. And the story you are about to read, the story of my effed up life, will illuminate a proven path to self mastery and empower you to face reality. Hold yourself accountable, push past pain, learn to love what you fear, relish failure, live to your fullest potential, and find out who you really are. Human beings change through study, habit, and stories. Through my story, you will learn what the body and the mind are capable of when they're driven to maximum capacity and how to get there. Because when you're driven, whatever is in front of you, whether it's racism, sexism, injuries, divorce, depression, obesity, tragedy, or poverty, becomes fuel for your metamorphosis. The steps laid out here amount to the evolutionary algorithm, one that obliterates barriers, glimmers with glory, and delivers lasting peace. I hope you're ready. It's time to go to war for yourself, to go to war with yourself. I'm going to read this again just so y'all hear this last part. This man is amazing. I'm going to say this one more time. Human beings change through study, habit, and stories. Through my story, you will learn what the body and mind are capable of when they are driven to maximum capacity and how to get there. Because when you're driven, whatever is in front of you, whether it's racism, sexism, injuries, divorce, depression, obesity, tragedy, or poverty, becomes fuel for your metamorphosis. The steps laid out here amount to the evolutionary algorithm, one that obliterates barriers, glimmers with glory, and delivers lasting peace. I hope you're ready. It's time to go to war with yourself. This is David Goggins. Can't Hurt Me. The introduction. He said it all. I don't even have to speak on it, but I'm going to say this, man. This man got me through some of the darkest times of my life. When I was on the ship and I needed some fuel, I needed some fire. When I had to dig deep into myself, when I was going through so much mental mentally tough, mentally challenging situations, when I was losing myself, when I didn't know when I was coming home, when deployment got extended, when I was questioning myself, like when I was ready to give up, I'm like, I'm gonna get out this Navy thing. I'm not gonna do this. I miss that comfort. I need that comfort. But in a way, when you think about it, comfort is the enemy. Comfort weakens us. You need this comfort. And I'm not saying you have to be this, but sometimes when you're on one end of the spectrum, it might take an extreme end of the spectrum just to get you to a decent level on that spectrum, if you get what I'm saying. Like, this man changed my life. I watched a bunch of his interviews. I watched him on Joe Rogan. I forget the doctor, Andrew. I forget his name, but he's a famous doctor, and I listened to this man's interviews, and he just mentally, he's tough, man. He makes no excuses, and he was 300 pounds. You could see it even like in the back. You could see it like in the back. That was him when he was big. This man is a Navy SEAL. So anyone who knows, just to get through 1% of people even get through that. I think it's less than that. It's insane. So just to become a Navy SEAL is you're respected, you're cemented, right? And yeah, this man is amazing, man. So I cannot wait to go through this book with you guys. I cannot wait to break this down, and I already know his story, but just to kind of go through it and tie it to my life and how it helped me. Like I said, it you can see how this is 9 minutes, right? So usually my videos, I got like the little 5 minute app where it can play the little the background music, and I don't know how to do it to where it go past it. I think I got to pay for it or something. But right now, this ain't gonna have no background music because that's how much this means to me, and this is deep to me, and how serious I take it. So um, yeah, man, you have to dig deep, and that's what freed my mind was all of these books, and this was in these podcasts and all these things, because I had to take myself out of where I was at. But you still gotta feel that pain, because it ain't gonna truly transform you. It's gonna, unless you feel it. You can keep trying to escape it, but you really can't. I know y'all know the story of the cow and the buffalo, right? The storm is coming. It ain't nothing you can do. And you got two options. You can be the cow, or you can be the buffalo. The cow runs away from the storm. Ultimately, but the storm is going this way. So the cow is in the storm longer. You got the buffalo who's going to run into the storm. You're going to be in the storm, and it's going to be scary, but the buffalo is going head on. The buffalo is going to get through the storm faster because he's facing it head on. It's like that. But you trying to run away from it, you're going to end up being in it longer. So it's life. Life is a storm. It's forever. It's forever going to be bad things happening. It's forever going to be chaos. It's forever going to be challenges, mountains to climb, hurdles, unexpected sequences of events. And I'm kind of at that point right now in my career and that deployment. I'm thinking, man, you're going to get home. Life is going to be easy. No, no, no. It don't stop. Life doesn't get easier. You just become stronger and you learn to adapt. Or you don't. And you let it cripple you. It's up to you. The choice is yours. But it's all up here. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen regardless. So you can either escape it and not face it, run from it, and be in it longer ultimately, or become stronger, be courageous, go through the storm, make something of yourself, and make yourself proud. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. Once again, I am Richard Wilson. This is Can't Hurt Me by Mr. David Goggins, the introduction. I appreciate you guys. More content coming soon. More book reviews coming soon. Stay tuned. Big things coming soon. I appreciate y'all.